next. R-H-E-A. I think it's Ray. Is that right? Ray or Rhea?
Yes, that's correct. Hello.
Rhea?
Yes.
Rhea, how are you? Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Jarrod, for this opportunity. My name is Rhea. I'm a physician by profession, and currently I'm doing apartments. So we have over 70 apartment units. I found out about Glandt Cardone in 2015, and at that time I only had 3 apartments, but I was always tuning in to Glandt Cardone real estate program every week, and I always asked myself, how could I apply it in my local community? And because I had Glandt Cardone every week in my brain, I was able to 10x my apartments from 3 to 50 in 2020. Now COVID hit and I was paralyzed with fear. I stopped listening to Glandt Cardone. My mind was in the news. And because
was your business impacted through COVID?
Because my apartments were in great location, we were in front of the hospital, beside the hospital. There was actually more doctors in need of apartments. But because I was in the fear mode, because I was not listening to Glandt Cardone, I was listening more into the news.
You walked away from the power.
Yes, that is correct, because people were feeding us about COVID. So I was more in tune about COVID. I was concerned about my health and my family's health. My husband and I are both physicians, so I was in tune more into the health compared to growing my apartment. So I stopped buying. I finished the 4-unit construction and I stopped buying at that time. And great thing, I went back to you guys because you had the 10X challenge in October. So when I joined the 10X challenge, that led me to join the 10X accelerator program. And thank God I did, because when I did that, I launched my book, The Apartment Prescription. And after being in the program, we bought over 20 apartment units. So now my husband and I have over 70 apartment units in our local community. And not only that, we also collaborated with other 10X members, a 10X mentee of Glandt Cardone. So now we're doing apartment syndication. I'm also part of the 10X real estate club as well of Glandt. So now
you joined the real estate club also?
Yes, during the 10X growth conference. So I did join. It was offered. I joined the 10X 360. I'm all drinking the Kool-Aid.
She's all in.
So I'm into the 10X 360, the 10X club. So because of that, now we're doing apartment syndication. We bought, together with my family and friends and colleagues, we bought 135 apartment units in the hot Tampa, Florida market. And now we're about to close on a 206 apartment unit in Tomball, Texas, in front of the hospital. So things is getting hot.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. Let me ask you a question. You've been through a lot of our stuff. What are one or two of the things that you've learned? Maybe you heard Glandt mention them over the last day and a half. Maybe it's something you heard in one of the other programs or something. What are one or two things that you would share with the entire group here that really helped you?
Number one is, if you do not own the deal, you cannot make money on a deal you do not own. I do apartments. So yes, I will overpay for things, just like Glandt overpays for things if it's in the right location. Second is big thing. Initially, I was thinking of, I'm just going to invest in my local community because I know more. Now with Glandt's teaching, I'm collaborating with others, and that's why we have 135 units in Florida and 206 in Texas. So collaboration, being in the right room with the right people will, super fast track your success.
And were those syndication deals, the Tampa deal and the Tomball, Texas deal? Did those deals come just from you and friends and family, or were you doing that with some of the folks from the real estate club?
So Glandt has a mentee, Samrock. So I joined with his mentee. I'm also part of your group as well. Mm-hmm. So we bought together with the family and friends and other operators.
Good. So what she's saying right there, she's saying that collaboration within the community is a thing that propelled her to be able to go out and chase these bigger deals. So that's why we've been saying the whole time, when you guys get in these breakout rooms and you're connected with each other, don't miss out on an opportunity to chat with people. Like, we've tried on the back end to get you guys connected with people that are kind of in the same position you're in. So there's surveys that we put people through on the front end, asking you, like, what's your job, what's your industry, how much money are you making in your business? And we try to get people together that are connected, that are in about the same place, so that you guys can network and connect with each other, because there's more power. Like, you realize that with the thousands of people that are on here, like, the one person you may need to meet that could change everything for you could be in this meeting right now. Like, one person. And so, like, you guys gotta, when you get in groups of people like this, like, you gotta try to figure out who people are. Like, you get all caught up in, I don't know if I want to talk. I don't know if I want to exchange. I don't know if I want to communicate with people. I don't know what are they going to think about me? Like, if you get to the point where you're like, what are people going to think about me? I don't know if, I don't want to sound like an idiot. You've lost sight of this. Whenever you have activities that you pull back from, it's because you've lost sight of your potential. And your goals and your targets and what you're chasing. Because when you get dialed into your potential and you're like, hey, I could probably 4x, 5x, 10x, 20x from where I'm at right now. Like, that decision that you make to chase that potential pushes you through the discomfort of things. Like, when I came to work for Glandt, I never made cold calls on the phone before. I never told them that. I was like, yeah, I made cold calls before. Of course, easy. Anybody can do that, you know? Cold calls, psh. It was brutal. Like, I got wore out. Like, 90 days, I was about to quit. But, like, I had to have a serious conversation with myself about what I wanted to do. And when you find something that's big enough that you're willing to walk through glass for, only then will you start taking the actions in the areas that make you uncomfortable enough where things will actually start moving for you. And you'll get closer to your potential. And then this crazy thing happens is if you think your potential's exciting now, wait till you do the right things for 6 months. Wait till you do the right things for 3 months and see how your potential changes. Glandt wasn't thinking about becoming a billionaire 10 years ago. He was probably thinking about, man, if I was worth 50 million, man, that'd be huge. And then he's getting closer and closer to the target. And then he goes, man, I might be able to get to 100 million. And then he starts cracking. He starts getting closer and closer. And then he realized, man, maybe I can get to 200 million, 300 million, 500 million. So as your skill set and your capacity and your capabilities grow, so does your potential. Rhea, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you joining us for the event. Michael Barnes.